Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are talking about this man right here, Mr. Shedeur Sanders. Now, I think he played a really good football game here, and this play right here might be my absolute favorite. We're going to go through the good, and we're going to go through a little bit of the bad. The bad was just one interception. I really don't think Shedeur Sanders did bad other than that one bad pick. We're going to show it. We're going to break all this stuff down. At the end of the day, I think he did good. 11 to 20, around 50% completion percentage, 209 yards on only 11 completions. Very impressive in my opinion. And right here to Isaiah Bond, this is an over 50-yard shot with his arms. Now, sorry, I didn't let you see how this play ends. He goes down right there at like the 2-yard line, and Quinshon Judkins brings it in. I think it was in the Wildcat. But here we go, man. I love Shedeur Sanders. I think the guy's so talented. We made a video talking about him yesterday saying, I think he should have gone to the Giants in the first round. I think the Raiders should have taken him. I thought Pittsburgh should have taken him. I can understand some wariness for him maybe not being a first-round quarterback, but I think at the absolute worst, you're looking at a second-rounder. And today, first career start, I believe this was actually the Cleveland Browns' first starting quarterback to win a football game in their last 17 different tries. So this is a very big deal. I tweeted it out. Follow the Twitter down below. I don't think we will see Shedeur Sanders on the bench unless, God forbid there was an injury at any point for the duration of the season. I think it is clear Dylan Gabriel's a backup. This throw is unbelievably impressive. Now, first off, great route, great tracking ability here from Isaiah Bond. This is a great connection here. But this is over 50 yards. So he's rolling out of the pocket. Now, the reason I wanted to just talk in depth about a lot of this stuff is you see there were points in his tenure at Colorado where maybe you see the scramble and it just doesn't pan out. And that was, in my opinion, due to his offensive line. Now, the Browns' defense was insane in this football game. Myles Garrett, also franchise record. Dude is an absolute baller. You got Max Crosby. You're making this throw on the run. You got Max Crosby trailing you. And he just, both feet aren't even planted. Look at this. This is how good his arm is. And we've said it for so long, and we knew it at Colorado, and yet in the pre-draft process, all I saw was Shedeur Sanders. I'm a little bit worried about his arm. So welcome back, or welcome to the channel. We got a lot of Shedeur to talk about, so let's just get right into it. All right, this play is going to be minute in the grand scheme of things, but you can barely see that. It's third down. All right, it's 3rd and 12. We're halfway through the third quarter. And I really love this. I love this actually so much. This is just a Harold Fannin, and he's actually going to be able to break numerous tackles and pick up a first down here. But this is what I mean with Shedeur. All right, in college, at times, especially if they were losing, you see how Max Crosby cuts in, and you see Tyree on this stunt. They tried to bait Shedeur numerous times in this football game where they want Shedeur rolling to his right. They want him to take this bait of Crosby going inside. Look at that. He's eliminating the right guard. They want Shedeur to roll out of here, and they want to either get this strip sack, they want to force him into a bad throw, they want him to make a mistake. And you see in preseason, you saw it at Colorado, there were points where Shedeur would back up too much. Right? We saw it last week against Baltimore a couple of times. You did not see Shedeur run backwards maybe more than 1 or 2 times in this football game. And this right here, you've got a guy right here, you've got a guy right here. I know it's third down. You're throwing kind of a check down. The odds are not in your favor of picking up this first down, but it is much better than throwing an interception. It is much better than somebody strip sacking you. Get it to your playmakers, get it to your guys, and let them do their thing. And that's what we saw in this football game. Shedeur didn't try and force anything. He took what the defense gave him, and he didn't make silly, stupid decisions like you see a lot of young rookie quarterbacks or even just quarterbacks in general make. So this, to me, this right here, I see immense progress from Shedeur that we saw in preseason, and I just loved this. I love it. For a check down, Fanning's not even looking at him. I love this so much. Keeping it clean, baby. All right, of course, we got to show you his touchdown throw. Now, here you see Dylan Sampson do most of the dirty work or do most of the work here. Ends up running this for 66 yards. He's just going to find this right here. 1, 2, 3. I think that's Harold Fannin right there. So you got 3 blockers. All right, this is easy stuff. All right, he's looking down the field. Let's get these linebackers guessing. Let's get them contemplating what's about to happen. And then let me just go to my guy. My guys are getting in blocking position. one block. We got lead blockers. We got more lead blockers. And then Sampson, the rookie, just does his thing. And I really like this young group of talent that these guys have. I love Quinshon Judkins the most because I got him in fantasy football. But Dylan Sampson's also a beast. And he's super quick. And he's going to end up running this all the way for a score. So 66 yards. But I like this. I like this play call. Once again, it's 3rd and 9. Let's not do anything too crazy. There's 8 minutes left in this football game. Cleveland's up 17-3. The defense is doing crazy things. They're almost getting double-digit sacks. So let's just get this ball out into the flat. Let's get some blockers. And if we have to take a punt, we'll take a punt. Let the defense do its thing. So I love this. And then the execution from his teammates. Great job. There's not too much here as far as the throw goes. Like, mechanics look good, timing looks good, but it's not like he whips this 66 yards. So that's why I started this video with the deep shot to Isaiah Bond, because to me that was, that's why he should have been drafted in the 1st or 2nd round. That arm is insane. His arm is insane. All right, now here we go. And I think I mentioned this earlier on in the video. It's important, in my opinion, to note Cleveland did not have the football too much. They had the football a decent portion in the 4th quarter, which kind of changed the time of possession. Right now, Vegas had the ball for about 37 minutes, and Cleveland had it for about 23. Now, this play is really frustrating. So once again, I'll let you see this. This is going to be the Jerry Jeudy, but take a look right here. So Max Crosby's cutting in. He's going to try and take this guard out, and it doesn't work. So Shedeur's scrambling. They don't have anybody containing this. And he's going to get out. So I do like when Shedeur extends plays. I want to see quarterbacks extend plays. But you don't want it to get, silly. You don't want, trying to be like God mode. I didn't really want to say that word on a video, but you don't want him to try and do too much. Be the hero. So here we go. Throw on the run. He's finding his guy. He's orchestrating what's about to happen. He whips this ball. It's perfect. It's right on the money to Jerry Jeudy. And I saw this coming from a freaking mile away right here. What on earth are you doing? What are you doing? And it's a fumble, and it's going to be Las Vegas football. So, there's 4 minutes left in the 2nd quarter at this point in time. I think it's fair to say Cleveland would have scored at least a field goal, maybe even a touchdown. So I know the 24-10 final score isn't like the craziest thing in the world, but I really like this. You've got space, a lot of grass right here, 1st down. You don't need to do anything crazy. Let the play marinate. Throws a nice ball to a wide open Jerry Jeudy, and then he just botches this and fumbles it. And finally, we have the one bad play. So here's the good news. Shedeur Sanders only got sacked 1 time, and he only turned the ball over 1 time. Now, this is a little bit rushed. Obviously, don't like this too much, and I'm sure you guys saw this. Linebacker ends up getting this interception. Now, what I'm assuming Shedeur is going through in this progression is this linebacker in the flat. Now, the bad news is I can't tell who this is, but these guys are reading Shedeur's eyes the whole way. They're trying to bait him. They know he's going to make some mistakes. We predicted it last night. I knew Shedeur was going to throw an interception. I knew he was going to have a fumble. I knew there was going to be something like most rookie quarterbacks do, especially in your first ever NFL start. But you can definitely tell, he thinks this linebacker is going to drop down into the flat to cover this check down, kind of similar to what we got over here. It ends up not happening, and I don't like this decision anyways because I have a hard time believing it's going to be a catch because we got this linebacker right here who's already reading this. He's already creeping in. Now, I'm sure you guys can tell who's wide open. We got Mr. 85 right here. He's just wide open. All right, so you want to go through the progressions. All right, if you wait a split second longer, this linebacker, you're going to notice he's dropping back. He's reading your eyes. So now we can move our progression number 85, Joku, and if that's not there, we can look over here for the check down. We can look over here for the check down if he's going to drop back for Cedric. You get the gist. So there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be interceptions. I don't think interceptions are ever bad. You don't want to maybe throw like 4 if you're Sam Darnold in a big game against the Rams. Not trying to throw any shade to Sam Darnold, but you don't want to throw 4 picks in a game, but 1 is expected, especially for a rookie making his first ever NFL start. So, folks, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I was going to show a bunch of the Brown sacks, but I had a feeling most people are looking for Shedeur. So let me know if you guys want more Shedeur or Browns videos. As always, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend, and enjoy this victory. Peace.